Like a scene from Frankenstein, he's alive. Gary Sanchez summoned his inner Kraken Sunday in Baltimore. Sanchez set personal best with 3 homers and 6 RBIs as the Yankees went deep 7 times overall to beat up on the Orioles 15-3 and complete their first series sweep of the season. At 5-4, they raised their record over 500 for the first time since opening day, with an American League leading 6 homers contributing greatly to his .813 slugging percentage. Sanchez looks more like his 2017 self. Clint Frazier tacked on 2 more dingers in the victory. He also went deep Saturday, too, as the Bronx Bombers are starting to look like the Bronx Bombers. Interesting note, New York had not hit 7 homers on the road since May 30th, 1961 at Boston, when Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Moose Skowron each hit 2, and Yogi Berra had 1. Yanks won the World Series, by the way, that year. Of the 103 pitches that Mets starter Zach Wheeler threw against the Nationals at Citi Field Sunday afternoon, only 51 of them were strikes. He walked the first batter he faced on 4 pitches and left the game with 2 outs in the 5th inning, having walked in a run and left the bases loaded. In all, he walked 7 and was charged with just as many earned runs in a 12-9 loss. A day earlier, the Amazons did have a nice victory in Queens, though. Rookie Pete Alonso and veteran Robinson Cano spearheaded the charge. Cano homered to tie the score in the 8th inning as the Mets rallied for a 6-5 win over the Nationals. Alonso also went deep in the comeback. Mets are off today. Yanks are in Houston. And in hoops, the Brooklyn Nets are in the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Brooklyn is in. With an 108-96 win over the Indiana Pacers Sunday, the Nets finally clinched their playoff spot. With 1 game to play, Brooklyn will either have the 6th or 7th spot in the Eastern Conference, facing either the Philadelphia 76ers or Toronto Raptors in the first round. The Knicks have already clinched the NBA's worst record, but are looking to finish the season strong. The Orange and Blue defeated the Washington Wizards 113-110 yesterday. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Baylor gave up a double-digit lead in the final minutes to win the NCAA women's title against defending champs Notre Dame by a single point Sunday night in Tampa, Florida. With the 82-81 victory, the Lady Bears clinched their 3rd NCAA women's basketball championship, joining UConn and Tennessee as the only Division I programs with 3 or more titles. The last time Baylor clinched the title was in 2012 against the Fighting Irish. On the men's side, the national championship is tonight. Number 1 Virginia against number 3 Texas Tech in Minneapolis, 9:20 p.m. tip-off. More on that in the C list. Duke sensation Zion Williamson added another honor to his freshman season when he was named the Naismith Men's Player of the Year on Sunday. Williamson is the 8th player from Duke and 3rd freshman, along with Kentucky's Anthony Davis and Texas's Kevin Durant, to receive the award. In racing, it was the Busch Brothers show Sunday at Bristol Motor Speedway as younger brother Kyle won the Food City 500, while older sibling Kurt finished 2nd. It was Kyle Busch's 8th career Cup win at the short track, depriving Kurt of his 7th win there. The younger Busch also recorded a series-leading 3rd win in the first 8 races of 2019, as well as capturing the 54th win of his Cup career, tying him for 10th on the NASCAR all-time wins list with Hall of Famer Lee Petty. The NHL postseason is set. The Islanders are the only New York team to make it this year, with a series against the Pittsburgh Penguins starting on Wednesday. The Rangers and Devils both have top 6 lottery picks. And WrestleMania 35 was fun, wasn't it? WrestleMania represents the culmination of the WWE year as 75,000 plus people packed MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Sunday night for what has come to be known as the Showcase of the Immortals. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair took part in the first women's match to main event a WrestleMania show. WrestleMania 35 offered 15 matches, including headlining bouts such as Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE title, and Triple H taking on Batista. In the end, the man, Becky Lynch, stole the show well past midnight, taking the main event. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for my championship game pick tonight. Well, now, if you watch the show in my segment, I had Duke winning it all this year. I also thought North Carolina would be in the combo for the Final Four, too. Well, had I filled out a bracket, sounds like very much it would have been busted by this point. Now, ironically, I saw plenty of Ty Jerome in high school at Iona Prep as the voice of the team. I rooted for Ty last year when Virginia was in New York for earlier round action of March Madness, but defensive-minded Virginia just hasn't been able to get over the hump the past few seasons. Well, that was until this year. The team is in the championship game, and with Jerome a big part of that, I'll be rooting hard for them to win it all tonight, even if I didn't pick them at the start of March Madness. They seem to have luck on their side, too, as the ending of their matchup with Auburn was as controversial as they come. Kyle Guy heard the referee's whistle right away when he buried his face in his jersey after getting fouled in the process of shooting a three-pointer on Virginia's final possession of Saturday's national semifinal win. The junior sharpshooter wasn't expressing relief. Guy had a mere moment to lock in with his team's fate resting on his shoulders. He hit all 3 free throws, and Virginia held on 63-62. My guess is we'll see a smiling Kyle in similar fashion to the Heroes walk-off he had against Auburn. Guy's up and down tournament and shooting struggles might have caused him to fade into the background moments over the past few weeks. But when Virginia's season came down to the junior needing to hit 3 free throws, no one on that team doubted the ability of the person taking those shots. The type of pressure he faced at the free throw line on Saturday is something so few will ever be able to understand. And whatever demons he needed to exercise during this tournament never caused his confidence to take a hit. For a team that has been among the top stories of the tournament and its thunderous charge back after being on the wrong side of history last March, I won't be counting out Virginia anymore. Virginia 70, Texas Tech 64. That's my pick. That's your sports. Enjoy the game. I'm Bobby C. More Open back after this.